Me, Fajar Wayong. This is Market Headline. Indonesia Investment Authority stated that it will focus the 4 sectors in short term. Those are healthcare, infrastructure, digital services, and investment in renewable energy.
Indonesia's Sovereign Wealth Fund, or so-called at Indonesia Investment Authority, revealed that there are among 9 targeted sectors, 4 sectors seems to be more dominant in their growth potential in line with the new normal era after the COVID-19 pandemic. Grida Wirakusuma, who serves as the CEO of Indonesia Investment Authority, stated that now the authority has focused on those 4 sectors. First, infrastructures that includes airports, seaports, and toll roads. Second, the digital infrastructure, which also includes digital services and platforms. And third goes for the healthcare, and fourth goes for renewable energy.
A thematic fund in the funds that are focusing on digital infrastructure, on healthcare or renewables or infrastructures like toll roads or airport or seaports.
The CEO also explained that the infrastructure will clearly become a mainstay sector in the near future, especially looking at the growth and potential multiplier effects of toll roads, cargo, and port containers. From Jakarta, Adi Firmansyah, IDX Channel.
The Indonesian government boosts small and medium enterprises to enter the digital economy by 30 million by 2024. And to catch the target, the government will later form a cross-sectional project management officer, or PMO.
After attending a limited meeting with President Joko Widodo, Minister of Cooperative and SME, Teten Mastuki, mentioned that the President's desire to accelerate the digitalizations of SMEs considering the enormous potential of Indonesia's digital economy. To push small business to go digital, the government will form a cross-sectoral project management officer, or PMO. This cross-sectoral cooperation is expected to consolidate existing digitalizations in Indonesia.
Dan Pak Presiden tadi memang minta ada percepatan digitalisasi UMKM yang saat ini kalau berdasarkan data dari Asosiasi E-commerce Indonesia, IDEA, per Mei 2021 itu sudah mencapai 13,7 juta pelaku UMKM yang sudah onboarding di ekosistem digital atau sekitar 21%. Dan kita sudah menargetkan tahun 2024 30 juta. Jadi ini memang Pak Presiden tadi sudah arahkan karena waktu tinggal 3 tahun. Jadi ini harus ada strategi yang proaktif.
Until May 2021, the minister said that based on data from the Indonesian E-commerce Association, there were 13.7 million small business players who entered the digital ecosystem by May 2021. Even though it is huge, but it is only 21% from the government's target of 30 million SMEs that entered the digital ecosystem until 2014. From Jakarta, Adi Firmansyah, IDX Channel.
And viewers, the government's plan to impose value-added tax on education or school services gets many criticism. Even Independent of Development for Economic and Finance say that it has no sense of crisis.
InDev researcher Nailul Huda criticized the discourse on imposing taxes in the crucial sectors such as education tax. The discourse is considered to hurt people's heart when people are struggling to survive in the midst of pandemic. Huda says that the government has no sense of crisis. On the other hand, the government is about to conduct tax amnesty. He assessed that the government tends to support middle-up society by making various policies to ease them.
Isu atau wacana mengenai pengenaan PPN terhadap barang-barang krusial seperti sembako dan pendidikan itu merupakan atau menunjukkan pemerintah tidak mempunyai sense of crisis yang tinggi. Terlebih di skala pandemi seperti ini, kebutuhan masyarakat semakin naik, namun di sisi lain pendapatan masyarakat itu relatif tetap bahkan berkurang.
The impositions of VAT has the potential to have serious impact on educational services because this tax by educational institutions will be charged to students' parents. Therefore, the cost of education will be higher. From Jakarta, Rizka Ayu, IDX Channel.
Moving on to global coverage, the UK economy grew 2.3% in April as non-essential shops reopened. Meanwhile, China's biggest ride-hailing firm, Didi, made public its filing for a U.S. stock target market listing. And more stories on today's International Minute. GameStop Corp's meteoric rally this year as one of the first meme stock icons may be losing steam after the company said it planned to sell more shares and overt few details about the turnaround strategy. The Texas-based video game retailer fell 27% on Thursday, in the biggest drop since March 24. The stock, which was among the first to get a huge Reddit and social media following earlier this year, has surged about 1,100% in 2021. The UK economy grew 2.3% in April, its highest monthly rate since July last year. Shoppers spent more on the high street as non-essential shops reopened, and people bought more cars and caravans. There was also more spending in pubs, cafes and restaurants as restrictions eased. Despite a surge in activity, the UK economy is still 3.7% below its pre-pandemic peak. Didi Chuxing, China's biggest ride-hailing firm, on Thursday made public its filing for a U.S. stock market listing, setting the stage for what is expected to be the world's biggest initial public offering this year. The company did not reveal the size of this offering, but sources familiar with the matter had previously told Reuters that the ride-hailing giant could raise around $10 billion and seek a valuation of close to $100 billion. Qatar's Bein Media Group said on Thursday that it has struck a 3-year renewable deal that will see its flagship sports network, Bein Sports, retain exclusive broadcast rights to UEFA's premium club football competitions across the Middle East and North Africa. The deal includes broadcast rights to the UEFA Champions League, the UEFA Europa League, and the UEFA Europa Conference League. IDX Channel reports. Stay tuned with us. Market headlines will be right back after this quick break.
Jika Anda adalah investor saham, Anda mendapat keuntungan di antaranya capital gain, yaitu keuntungan dari selisih harga beli dan harga jual saham. Dividen, yaitu pembagian laba kepada pemegang saham. Keuntungan lainnya, investor bisa memperoleh pendapatan tambahan dengan meminjamkan sahamnya melalui layanan pinjam meminjam efek atau PME. Apa itu PME? PME merupakan pinjaman efek sementara berupa saham dari investor untuk keperluan penyelesaian transaksi bursa. Apa saja manfaat yang didapatkan? Investor memperoleh keuntungan. Investor tetap dapat menerima dana sebagai pengganti dividen jika ada pembagian dividen saat sahamnya sedang dipinjamkan. Pendapatan yang diterima investor dari layanan PME dapat digunakan untuk membayar biaya penyimpanan saham. Saat nilai saham turun, investor tetap dapat memperoleh pendapatan hingga mengurangi potensi kerugian. Dan yang terpenting, KPEI menjamin pengembalian saham yang dipinjamkan sesuai waktu yang telah ditentukan. Menarik bukan? Prosesnya sangat sederhana. Investor cukup menghubungi perusahaan sekuritas dan menandatangani formulir perjanjian PME. Selanjutnya, jika terdapat kebutuhan penyelesaian transaksi bursa oleh peminjam, saham yang akan dipinjamkan diserahkan kepada KPEI melalui perusahaan sekuritas. Setelah proses PME selesai, maka KPEI akan mengembalikan saham yang telah dipinjamkan dan memberikan pendapatan kepada investor melalui perusahaan sekuritas. Segera hubungi perusahaan sekuritas Anda, Customer Care KPEI, atau kunjungi website kami untuk mengetahui layanan PME. PMA, pinjamkan sahamnya, dapatkan manfaatnya.
Melihat statement dari Presiden Joko Widodo bahwa ada sense of urgency.
BTS fans were in a frenzy as they tried to get their hands on a BTS meal, this band's collaboration with McDonald's. However, their craze in Indonesia went to such heights that authorities had to temporarily shut numerous outlets on Wednesday over COVID-19 fears.
The international fast food chain joins hand with the K-pop band recently to come up with a special meal consisting of 10 chicken nuggets, chips, a Coke, and 2 sauces, which are sweet chili and Cajun. It was announced in 50 countries around the world. In every country, BTS fans, known as ARMY, tried their best to get not only the snack but also the purple wrappings, which is specially customized to the fandom's color. In Indonesia, while in-store eating was not allowed due to the pandemic, the meals lead to huge queues outside the outlets. Videos and photos flooded social media, showing that long traffic snarls and scores of delivery drivers waiting outside stores to get the orders. Police in Jakarta say that a total of 32 branches were temporarily closed across the city, and there were further closures in the other parts of the country as the authorities found stores violating the health protocols. McDonald's Indonesia was quick to remind ardent fans that BTS meal will be available until the next month, so there will be no need to rush and worry about running out of this product. IDX Channel reported.
So yesterday I was about to order cheeseburger from McDonald's, but sadly most McDonald's outlets nearby me were closed. And not only me that experienced such thing, everyone did. It was cause McDonald's yesterday just released its special edition meal, so-called as BTS meal. However, due to very high demand that turned out to be food craze, Indonesia has reached such a height that the government had to temporarily close many outlets, and therefore, let's see the detail in the next graphic. So in the first graphic, we can see BTS meal queue crowds impact to McDonald's outlets. 20 outlets temporarily closed and 12 outlets received written warning. So we can see from the news on the surface that many of online taxi drivers are queuing on many McDonald's outlets to get BTS meal from the customers. And dozens of McDonald's outlets have received temporarily closures and written warnings from officials from violating health protocols by causing crowds. Police took action, shielded with the military, police and COVID-19 task force. Hundreds of online motorcycle taxis flocked to McDonald's outlets to order the special BTS meal menu. A total of 20 outlets were closed and 12 outlets received a written warning. The details, 6 in West Jakarta, 6 in Central Jakarta, 9 in South Jakarta, and 4 in East Jakarta, and of course 4 in North Jakarta. The food craze, of course, was not good for health protocol. But seeing from economic side, McDonald's is taking huge benefit because it is not only just meals. The BTS meals, which includes chicken McNuggets, fries, Coke, and sweet chili and Cajun dipping sauces, has been drawing BTS official fan club members to McDonald's stores. Of course, there is price to pay. And how much money BTS get paid for promoting the brand? Let's see it in the next graphic. So we can see the BTS collaboration rate. Average South Korean company, 3 billion won up to 5 billion won. And then, or 38 billion rupiah up to 64.6 billion rupiah. And McDonald's, 10 billion won and 127 billion won. So viewers, BTS itself is one of the most expensive paid groups in the world, and based on Forbes records, BTS is at the 47th position in the Forbes 2020 Celebrity 100. However, with the price, BTS meal has been drawing ARMY or BTS official fan club members to McDonald's stores in 50 countries including Indonesia, Korea, the US, Canada, Brazil and Thailand also. nearly half of 102 countries the fast food chain operates since its launch last week. And the collaboration between McDonald's and BTS is also projected to be sweet. The reason is BTS is known to have a fairly large fan base, as seen from the number of their followers on Twitter, which reached 34.5 million. But then collaboration with McDonald's is one of their 100 collaborations that spark economic effect. Not only with third parties, but BTS bring economic effect to its country, South Korea. And let's see the economic impact in the next graphic. This is the BTS economic effect. The first thing is it generates 3.54 billion US dollar a year, and then has 1.26 billion US dollar added value a year. An economic effect to South Korea's GDP hits 4.9 billion US dollar. The data is taken from Hyundai Research Institute. And it is predicted that BTS 10 years economic impact will reach 56.2 trillion won, or if we convert it to dollar, it will be around 49.8 billion US dollar, and surpassing the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics 2018, which reached 41.6 trillion won. And what many don't realize is that this is an impressive contribution, since no Korean artist has brought such a huge economic effect in South Korea. Not only in economic sector, but the boy band also increased South Korea tourism. How come? Let's see it in the facts in the next graphic. BTS in increasing South Korea's tourism. 796,000 foreigners visit South Korea annually because of BTS. And out of the 10.41 million people, 7.6% of the visits in 2017 were influenced by BTS. One of 13 foreign tourists visited South Korea in 2017. Still, the data is taken from Hyundai Research Institute. It is rare for any country to have a boost in the tourism industry contributed by a specific group of people rather than sites or events. The Bank of Korea Economic Statistics System stated that South Korea's balance of payments, which is the total economic transactions between a country and the world, for music and entertainment reached 114.7 million US dollar in the first quarter of 2019. It is because of two main reasons: the improved relationship between China and South Korea and the global success of BTS. And viewers, so we can see that the boy band can impact on the economy, industry and culture of nations. BTS popularity is growing day by day, so it will be interesting to see how higher the BTS effect will go in the future. And of course, stay with us on Market Headlines. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Ingin menjalani kehidupan yang mapan dan masa depan yang sejahtera? Sikapi uang dengan bijak. Mulailah berinvestasi di pasar modal. Dengan membeli saham melalui Bursa Efek maupun perusahaan sekuritas, Anda dapat menikmati hasil keuntungan dari perusahaan-perusahaan besar yang tersedia. Pastikan Anda berinvestasi di perusahaan yang memiliki izin resmi. Cerdas mengelola, masa depan sejahtera. Otoritas Jasa Keuangan, lembaga pengawas industri jasa keuangan yang terpercaya.
Hello, I'm Clara Antawijaya. I'm associate producer and news presenter on Market Headlines. As Market Headlines starts at 4:30 p.m., which is in line with the closing market, therefore we summarize the market conditions only for you. And my job in here as a journalist, I give concise and accurate news for the audience. And also, being a journalist is not only a job for me, but it is also a passion.
Awalnya nggak langsung yakin, tapi setelah ikut 2 kali acara edukasi Bursa Efek, akhirnya tertarik juga.
Karena mudah, saya ajarkan ibu-ibu lain, sampai anak saya juga ikutan.
Selesai dagang, saya bawa 100.000 untuk nabung saham. Hasilnya jelas sekali.
Yuk kita nabung saham sekarang.
Proyek pembangunan jembatan Batam Bintan sepanjang 14,76 km mengalami perubahan nilai investasi yang signifikan.
Untuk setiap investor yang ada sekarang, nanti kita akan membantu proses perizinannya.
investasi kerjasama pembangunan pabrik baterai kendaraan listrik mencapai 9,8 miliar dolar Amerika Serikat.
Dampak pada pertumbuhan ekonomi itu akan semakin besar karena rasio investasi terhadap
Welcome back on Market Headlines. At the Jakarta Composite Index intraday movement earlier today, JCI was open at the level of 6,116.86 and then approaching the closing time on the first session. The index was on the level of 6,104.21 and then the index was showing weakening trend by the second session closing time. Index was closed at the level of 6,095.49 and in short, Jakarta Composite Index went down 0.2%. And moving on to top gainers and top losers, here are the key highlights from today's trading session. Gas went up 5.65% to the level of 1,215 rupiah per share. Adaro went up 8.68% to the level of 1,315 rupiah per share. Arto went up 0.78% to the level of 13,000 rupiah per share. And Era Jaya went up 4.65% to the level of 675 rupiah per share. From top gainers, we see top losers. The top losers for today's trading, we got BABP, went down 5.85% to the level of 386 rupiah per share. BACA went down 6.49% to the level of 432 rupiah per share. BBRI went down 0.47% to the level of 4,280 rupiah per share, and AMRT went down 1.22% to the level of 1,215 rupiah per share. And the sectoral information also we can see from the today's trading session that many sectoral moved not really positive like the other day, and so it contributed to the weakening trends of Jakarta Composite Index. And from top gainers, top losers, and sectoral, let's move to the rupiah's movement towards US dollar. So rupiah opened at the level of 14,195. Rupiah closed at the level of 14,143. And in summary, rupiah went up 0.86% towards US dollar. From property sector, Ciputra Development managed to record pre-sales or marketing sales of 2.8 trillion rupiah or an 89% increase on an annual basis.
Supported by incentives launched by the government for the property sector, Ciputra Development managed to record pre-sales or marketing sales of 2.8 trillion rupiah or an 89% increase on an annual basis. According to the Director of Ciputra Development, Harun Hajadi, with this achievement, the company has realized 47.7% of the marketing sales target set for this year of 5.87 trillion rupiah. Harun also explained that incentives in the form of value-added tax borne by the government in accordance with the selling price of the property have indeed been one of the driving forces for pre-sales since the beginning of the year. He hopes that the government's incentives for the property sector can be extended until the end of the year. Meanwhile, Ciputra plans to launch 2 more property projects in the second semester of 2021. Moreover, the company has a variety of products that are present in every city. IDX Channel reports.
Matahari Putra Prima will conduct a capital increase without preemptive rights or private placement by offering more than 750 million shares with a nominal value of 50 rupiah per share.
Matahari Putra Prima will hold a capital increase without preemptive rights or private placement by offering more than 752 million shares with a nominal value of 50 rupiah per share. Referring to the summary of the private placement prospectus, the number of shares to be released is equivalent to 10% of the issued and fully paid capital. The plan is that the implementation of the private placement will be carried out within a span of 2 years from the approval of the extraordinary general meeting of shareholders, which will be held on July 16, 2021. The company asserts that the price for the implementation of the private placement is at least 90% of the company's average share price of trading for 25 consecutive trading days on the regular market. prior to the date of this additional share listing application. Furthermore, the proceeds from the private placement are used to strengthen the balance sheet structure and working capital in order to support the implementation of the company's offline and online retail business strategies going forward. IDX Channel reports.
Nusa has completed oil and gas exploration work on a 2D onshore seismic survey in East Kutai Regency, East Kalimantan. The exploration started in August 2020 until the end of May 2021.
Completed oil and gas exploration work on a 2D onshore seismic survey in Batu Utak Sangata, East Kutai Regency, East Kalimantan. The exploration previously started in August 2020 until the end of May 2021. Arif Rianto, Director of Business Development and Director of Operations at Nusa, say that the company has succeeded in fully supporting Pertamina EP in finding oil and gas reserves in the territory of Indonesia. This work was completed faster than the targeted time and worked successfully with 0 accidents. This achievement makes Nusa more confident of being able to synergize together with cooperation contractors, supported by other ministries and government agencies who are currently aggressively pursuing the target of increasing oil production of 1 million BOPD by carrying out massive, aggressive, and efficient activities. IDX Channel reports.
And step aside from market condition as coronavirus pandemic takes big role on current economic situation. Here it is an update data about coronavirus globally. Viewers, the news close our market headlines today. Please enjoy our next program on IDX Channel, your trustworthy economic, business, and capital market channel. And don't forget to always wear face masks in public, keeping safe physical distances and washing hands to break the chain of COVID-19 infections. I am Fajar Wayong. Have a nice evening. Stay safe.